It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Thanks for joining us. The NBA on 2K Sports rolling right along. Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. The regular season starting to wind down. Tonight, it'll
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors. Now it's ended. Thank you, David. For the two teams tonight, Brent, it's been a rough ride as of late. Everything seems to be working against you. What do you do to try to right the ship, get back on track?
There are sometimes during the seasons, Kevin, where you need to be reminded of what training camp was supposed to represent for your team. So you get 30 games in and 40 games in. Maybe you lose track of what the mantra was for camp and how you wanted to set that foundation. That could be a thing tonight for this team. Remember what training camp was for you. Bring that message to the floor.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Suns, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Portis. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Bledsoe in at the one spot. Aldridge, the pass to Schroeder. Down low, here's Green. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
That's pretty much textbook screen and roll action with Draymond Green as the screener.
Pass to Lamb. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Bledsoe outside. Shot clock at 6. High post try. That one doesn't drop. And Golden State will come the other way. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, that one sticks with you for a little while. They worked so hard to hang in there at the end of that one and force the OT, and then to have it slip away had to hurt. You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Green against Leonard. For 3, Bledsoe. Here's Kanter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. T.J. Warren picks one up. The Suns shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench. A great array of post moves to pick from.
Aldridge dishes to Green. Aldridge is screening. Warren against Leonard. Now here's Warren. Not a lot of room. And the rejection by Leonard. 1:44 left in the first quarter. They set the pick. Lamb with the ball. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Over Green. Offensive rebound. Green with the block.
And Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor.
Here's Schroeder, and the rejection by Leonard. He kicks it to Kanter. Bledsoe, a screen on Schroeder. Lamb passes to Kanter. Feeds it to Leonard. Over Green, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
Well, at a time when threes and dunks are the toast of the league, Leonard showing that strong mid-range game can be just as valuable.
Schroeder with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering. Aldridge. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Aldridge has got his second bucket tonight.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Schroeder outside. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's the teardrop, and Cancer pulls it down.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Suns lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. The Suns leading. And Brent, in your younger years, your dad, of course, played for the Golden State Warriors. You have connections with the Bay Area, certainly. Any memories of watching the old Warriors team play?
Well, of course, Kevin. I was a ball boy when I was 4 years old, and I remember getting into the locker room and having a chance to get on the practice court and riding to the arena with my dad. And then my years in high school when I made my way there to watch Run TMC and spent my summers with Chris Mullin trying to get myself ready for the NBA. I love the Bay Area. I love where I'm from, and I have to admit it, I love the Warriors.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Portis is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Lamb in at the 2.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Green kicks it over to Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Pass to Bledsoe. Here's Portis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 5 to shoot. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And here's Leonard from 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
Portis, the pass to Lamb. Leonard inside. He's covered by Warren. From 6 away, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Always a fun topic. If you could start a franchise with one guy, who would that be? And a big part of that debate, proven veteran versus young guy with massive upside.
How long is my contract as general manager, Kevin?
Let's say it's a 4-year deal right now.
Okay, I'm going to take the young guy with massive upside.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because if that pans out, my job's going to be 8 years with an extension, and you're hired.
Good, and guaranteed money.
And I'll find the veterans, Kevin, this is an honest point, that want to play with somebody like that. A young player that's drawing that much attention is going to make their jobs easier, and they're probably specialists in what they do, having been in the league that long. So the upside, I'll go with that.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. Here's Aldridge. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Bledsoe kicks to Lamb. Bangs home the trifecta. Lamb's got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns.
Coaching staff has to like that ball movement, and it began with Bledsoe.
At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Puts one up from 19, and the jumper is good. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Green kicks to Rozier. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. They kick it out to Green. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Green's got 5.
Well, Draymond Green must be feeling good because no hesitation in that one there, letting it rip.
And here is Lamb. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Hello again,
Show.
everybody, along with Kenny the Jet Smith. And for the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think? And that wraps up half.
Welcome back to the Bay Area, everyone, as we take a peek at Coit Tower, the skyline of gorgeous San Francisco. Just the Suns shooting 43% from the floor.
Last time the Suns saw postseason basketball was back in 2010. This team knows that the next step for them in the rebuilding process is to get back to competitive level of play. These Suns fans are certainly not used to not seeing postseason basketball in the desert.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Rozier. Then there's Warren. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Aldridge in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Warren, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Phoenix gets called for the foul. And the Suns, they've had so much success as a franchise, Brent, for so long. This is actually their longest playoff drought in team history.
Yeah, they've had a ton of playoff consistency, and they were unlucky to not ever have won a title, especially during the years with Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, and when Grant Hill was added to that roster. Great talent and a great style under Mike D'Antoni. All those teams came up a little bit short. Now they've got a young roster that's trying to get back, to try and experience and taste what it's like to be in those kind of games.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the wide open shot from Green. No good. That would have tied it. Phoenix leading by 3. Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Nobody near Leonard. Cantor kicks to Bledsoe. Throws it up high. 90 seconds now into the second half. Warren the pass to Rozier. Aldridge a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Rozier kicks to Warren. Over Leonard. And it falls over the rim and in. 8 points for T.J. Warren. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. There's a screen by Cantor. Bledsoe dishes to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Using some brute force to take it strong to the rack. Cantor leaving nothing to chance.
Warriors trail by 3. Warren on the wing. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Brent, over the course of the last few seasons, we've seen Bledsoe move into more of a playmaking role.
Well, I think at the point guard position, you need to be a vocal leader. That's something that the coaching staff has continued and encouraged him to do. There's a lot of young players around him, and sometimes that guidance can help you be a little more consistent throughout the course of a 48-minute game.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Schroeder. Shoots off the screen, and the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Bledsoe kicks to Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Schroeder kicks to Rozier. He dishes it to Green. The feed to Warren. Shot, high post.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now, a bit out of rhythm.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Passes it to Portis. A 3 from Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Schroeder against Bledsoe. And it's Schroeder missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
A 3 from Leonard. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Here's Schroeder. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go. Good shot.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Portis is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Bledsoe. There's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle. Aldridge a screen. Three-pointer. And with that shot, the Suns lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Green.
Draymond Green, in games where he hits at least 1 3-pointer, likes to take more. So we're going to see another one of those.
Lamb passes to Portis. Right side, Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Now here's Green. Schroeder outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And Draymond Green was asked if he would be a different player, Brent, if he wasn't so vocal. His response was that he absolutely would.
Well, he's 100% right. I played with Gary Payton in Seattle, and if he wasn't yapping, he wasn't playing as well. I would say that Draymond Green falls in that sort of category. He brings an edge, he brings an intensity, and that helps the other guys on the team settle into the roles that they feel most comfortable with.
There's a screen by Cantor. There's the pick. Inside, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Aldridge a screen. Aldridge with a screen on Bledsoe. The drive by Schroeder. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Schroeder's got it all tied up now for the Warriors. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Bledsoe kicks to Lamb. There's Portis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Suns lead by 2.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass. And that's why Schroeder is a player you want on your team, because he knows how to come up with huge plays in big situations.
Bledsoe dishes to Lamb. He feeds it to Leonard. Bledsoe outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Maybe he's not the most aggressive defender or the most physical, but Aldridge does have mobility. That time he sends it back.
Here's Schroeder, and it's in there. Schroeder's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Well, it's nice that he holds some things in reserve because he knows his time to explode. And then the soft lane.
They set the screen. Leonard kicks to Portis. Here's Bledsoe. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
You don't want to give Bledsoe an open lane. That's inviting some trouble.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Seems like the more that's at stake, the more he rises to the challenge.
Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to Dallas. Schroeder against Bledsoe. On the wing, Green. Aldridge a screen. A baseline J. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Schroeder.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 4. 23 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but you also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5.
Bledsoe so athletic and so explosive. He just continues to get better in a lot of areas out on the floor.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 5. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but you also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
So important to just stay poised, go through your routine. He did a good job there of just keeping his composure and putting those 2 away.
The 3 misses the shot.
So strong and so tough as a defender. Great on-ball defense from Bledsoe.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
Hay quien magnifica emblemas como punto de partida y así refugiarse en símbolos para negar la vida. Construyen una cárcel como forma de salida. Escapar de escapar es su maestro plan de huida. Y aunque a veces me avergüence haber vivido una mentira.